I'm going to do one more today because we ended up on kind of me, the metal. Oh, I'm losing it. Me, the metal, or the money, right? So that was kind of like, that was our close, right? Hey, you like the car, right? Yup. It's going well with me. Yup. The money's pretty much in line. Yup. Okay, go ahead and get it, right? But they're still like, I got to think about it more. I got to think about it. Okay, but remember, there's six pillars. Okay, this is just three. Okay, this is just three pillars. Okay, the other pillar is the change, right? The problems. So we got to make sure we talk about that at close. Which I mentioned that just briefly, but I want to, reiterate that. Remember, guys, when we talked about how your old car's not reliable anymore? I mean, you said that's the problem you're trying to solve, right? If you leave here today, that doesn't solve the problem. I mean, what if it breaks down tomorrow on your way to work? How you gonna get to work? How you gonna get home? How you gonna pay for the repair? Okay, you may have to spend a little time and make this problem hurt just a little bit. So that's change. We have the now, right? The timing. Why do they need to make this now? Okay, so we're gonna push a little bit on them. We ask them, guys, does it just not feel like it's the right timing? Does it just not feel like it's the right time? You just don't want to do it now. You like the car, you like me, the money's pretty much in line. You know you need to make a change, but you just don't feel like you should do it now. Well, can I ask you why? Well, I get all that. But I gotta tell you, I mean, these things move fast. They move fast. I'm not telling you that to rush you. I'm not telling you that to put the pressure on you. I mean, ultimately, this is your decision, but somebody else is where you are right now. Somebody else, where you are right now, right? Somebody else was there 2 days ago, and they've been thinking about it, and they're going to come in and buy this car. Now, yeah, I get it. We got others. There's others out there. They're all over the place, right? But you spent, I don't know how many hours to find this one. You shopped online a whole bunch. You asked your friends and family what they thought. You read a bunch of reviews. You arrived here. We've spent all this time. And you landed on this car. So, and it's here and it's available right now. And everything else is falling in line. I mean, guys, really, seriously, I just go ahead and get it. I get it. It's up to you. But everything else falls into line. What do you think? I mean, I think you should get it. What are you really waiting for? What's going to change between now and tomorrow? Okay. Now the money, right, fits the budget maybe, but there might be something else. And it's okay to ask this question. Right? So I know you said it fits the budget, but is there something else that maybe you were thinking about spending some money on? I mean, is it really that you'd rather buy a boat or you'd rather buy a snowmobile or your house needs a new roof in the next 2 years, and so you're thinking about maybe spending the money on that, getting that paid off, and then buying a new car? Because anytime they're spending money on the car, you guys and gals, they're not spending the money on something else unless they've got unlimited fundage, and none of us have unlimited fundage. So ask them about that. Okay, so what are the six pillars? Change, timing, why spend the money? Okay. What's the other one? The industry, us, and the car. We've got the buy-in on us, the car, now, okay, the change, the money, everything. Guys, is it just at the end of the day, guys, you don't want to buy a car at a dealership? You just feel like there's one out there privately that maybe you could get a better deal on? Is that what it is? I mean, because you know that nobody's going to stand behind you after that sale. You know how many people I've come into contact with in this business that have a car that has a bad history that they knew nothing about, and they're trying to trade it in, and it doesn't come out until then? Right? Oh, the Carfax was clean when they bought it. But a month later, the salvage status went on. Okay, a month later, it was deemed a flood car, and they didn't find out until now. You don't want to. I mean, you don't want to buy a car from someone like that. It's just way too risky. It's way too risky to buy a car private party. Plus, you don't have a warranty. You don't have me standing behind you after the sale. You don't get to work with our wonderful service department as an A-plus customer, right? I'll put that on here, the industry. There's so much here that we can talk about, right? The dealership. It's not just me, the money, and the metal, right? So they got to know how they're making a change. They got to know they're making a change. They got to know they're doing it now, and they have to believe in buying from a dealership. This is all stuff that we can talk about at the close. I mean, we should have covered it already. Okay, but now for sure, before we let them go, we got to recover all this stuff just to make sure something will come out. Because again, the 6 pillars, that's all there is. That's all there is. If you've covered all the 6 pillars, there is nothing else. If you've covered all the 6 pillars and they're not saying yes, they're still not saying yes, it's because they're angry about something, or they're hungry, or they don't feel right. You know? Or if they've said yes to everything else, but they're still like, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it right now. There's something else about it that doesn't feel right. And you might be able to change that, and you might be able to not change that. But you need to know that before you let them go. All right? So there. That's it. I'm done for today.